How's your mental health doing right now? Somewhat poorly. My chronic pain has been flaring up and I'm feeling pretty isolated and lonely due to quarantine. Absolutely horrible. Not in a depressive way but in a stressed to absolute max type of way. Same. Super tired and stressed out about everything. I have been job hunting for the past 5 months and nothing to show for it. This, plus the fact that I'm an international student with visa restrictions makes everything worst. I woke up today at 7 a.m. and just lain in bed till 12 p.m. just thinking about how I got here. I'm so ready to give up. Hey man, Reddit is your friend. Where you at? Maybe we can help. You usually need connections to get something. I'm in the US and I'm willing to relocate anywhere in US. I'm looking for a software engineering position. I have great experience developing web applications using Java and Spring Framework. I also have some experience with front-end techs like JavaScript, Angular and React. Any help would be greatly appreciated. There are a number of IT staffing agencies throughout the country that deal with this exactly. One that comes to mind in particular is Insight Global. I would recommend reaching out to them, or a similar organization, and seeing where that leads you. I'm sure the Germans have a word for this, but I don't know it. Anxious calm. I'm feeling that. Like in this moment things are okay. But there's this huge looming uncertainty staring over my shoulder at all times. Sure, I'm making do. But will I ever truly thrive again? I felt this. I'm in this place right now too. Right. Like I'm better technically than I've been in the past but not as good as I am capable given the right environment. COVID hit right as I was thriving for the first time in my entire life. Finally PTSD symptom-free. Finally properly medicated, socialized and even enough spoons in my day to self-actualize about the future and make shit happen and take on opportunities. Then bam kaviden bam 4 traumatic highly publicized black deaths in a row. Watching Amo death felt like watching a horrifying snuff film but in real life. Quit my job over some racist bullshit and deep dissatisfaction that had been brewing for months. Grad school online is awful. And I'm lonely like in my soul. I'm mildly depressed but I don't want to kill myself so technically no need to up my medication. Upping your medication might be good. Even if you're not acutely suicidal. Your well-being is important. Not just when you're pushed to the point of utter desperation. But also like it is right now. It's easy for us to write feelings off when they're not extreme. But you always matter. Suicidal or not. Good luck. Oh God, I'm a mess. I've been in a slump for about 11 months now. January to April was especially bad. Right now, I'm about ready to give up. Horrible. I can't spend a minute alone without my mind tormenting me. I feel like a piece of trash. And I can only tell Reddit I guess. Same here. I can't even get a break from my brain while asleep. I just have exhausting, terrible nightmares all night long. But I still have to act like a normal person in front of my family. Maybe try to be open with your family about how you're feeling and what's going on. Unless of course you have reasons for not wanting to do so. I've found that confiding in my family has really helped me get through some mental stress and anxiety in my life recently. I'm very privileged to have a family like mine. And I know not everyone is as fortunate as me. So this may not apply to some. Yeah, I can't do that. At least I'm away from the most abusive members of my family. But I still can't share any deep personal struggles with the family I am in contact with. I really only share with my so. And still on a limited scale. I'm glad you have a good support system though. I feel you. Last time I tried to open up to my mom about the way she treated me, she literally interrupted me and said, "That doesn't happen," and then ignored me. I've become more accepting that the world is just screwed up and I have no control over it. I like to see myself as a spectator of a very interesting time in history. This has been in my thoughts for the past couple of months. 2. Not that it makes it easier to actually live through. But shit, it sure has been wild. I just got another rejection email regarding a potential job. The only thing keeping me from crying is that I am currently sitting in the same room as my parents. I have been unemployed for the past 8 months and don't qualify for unemployment. After all of the things I have done in my life in terms of jobs and education. It feels like none of it means a damn thing. I feel like a waste of space and completely useless and I don't know what else to do to get a job. Either I'm overqualified or I'm underqualified and there is no in between. I hate this. I'll probably be in a better headspace tomorrow. But right now it sucks. I feel you. In 6 months of job searching, sending applications, etc., I received 3 interviews, one of which was selling solar door to door and wouldn't hire me because I was overqualified. The other 2, I was underqualified, but one of those eventually made me an offer and I had to take it just to have a job. Even though I knew I hated everything about the place and the people. 9 months later, still working there, and trying desperately to get approved for a new lease so I can quit this job already. Life pro tip for everyone: it's definitely a no-no to lie about qualifications you don't have. But there's nothing wrong with omitting qualifications you do have. There's no law saying you have to mention your master's degree on your resume. Even if it's a job you fully intend to leave as soon as you find something better. They don't have to know that. Fuck them. My mate did that. Desperate for money, so took a job as a caretaker at a school. Took everything from high school onward off his CV. Got the job and then stayed there for nearly 10 years. Turned out he really enjoyed it. I left everything off my resume, 20 plus years of IT support, and got a factory job when I was desperate. Then my wife died and I've just been coasting in this job for the last few years. I hate it. My body is breaking down thanks to arthritis and now I'm in pain constantly. I'd leave my job but I need the money and can't see any way of getting an IT job in my 50s after 6 or so years out of the industry. I feel trapped. And COVID isn't helping. Shitty. I'm usually an anxious person and I'm doing what I can to stay calm during the pandemic. But after months of staying away from people and with no end in sight, I'm mentally exhausted. Quarantine is hard. I'm a homebody and an introvert. But being those things when you want to be is so much easier than being them because you have no choice. Hang in there, friend. Hugs. I've actually been doing the best mentally than I ever have. I lost my mom 4 months ago. Was very suicidal. Moved in with my BF. Got engaged. My brother tried to commit suicide a few months ago while being drunk, got his kids taken away by Child Protective Services because he's an alcoholic, same with his baby mama. But most importantly got on meds that actually work for depression and anxiety. I have struggled my whole life with both and I finally feel at peace with my emotions. I no longer obsess about the little things and I don't stay up at night forever or bug out as I call it. Anyway, thanks for listening. Obviously, I tried many meds over the years before we found this mixture that worked. So just because these meds work for me doesn't mean they will work for you. Very slowly descending into insanity. Started college classes. Mom is hooked up to an O2 machine and can't do much. And in a family of 4, I have to do the most for her. My dad works and my brother literally fucking screams at anyone when he's asked to do anything. He's 19 and pretty much mentally healthy. Being in charge of her, the house, and my dogs by myself for a week for the first time ever kind of put a strain on me more than normal. I don't want to live and I don't want to die. What a way to exist. Also in the same boat. Depression is winning right now, but I'm still trying to fight my way out. I hope you are too. I tried to die once. Failed obviously. And ever since I feel like I can see through all kinds of nonsense. Because I'm not afraid to fail or to die or suffer. When you no longer think about your future as a win or lose. Live or die. Succeed or fail dichotomy. You get to just recline and let the current blow you forward. Look around. See what people are willing to do. Buy. And lie about to succeed. See how ridiculous it all is. Laugh at the absurdity. Aim so high you could not possibly succeed and scoop up the opportunities you find on the way back down. I think it's all the thinking. Especially the thinking about what could be better. That makes people depressed. Find yourself a way to stop thinking. I was there once. It was very liberating. Then I started working towards some goals and now I'm all feely again. I want to go back to the nihilism. Not so good. Was in between projects at work a few weeks ago and since I haven't been able to find enough focus to start anything work and maintain effort. Just feel floaty and super disconnected. No idea how to snap out of it and get back into the mindset of focused work. Floaty and super disconnected. I feel that at work too. I've been trying to pull out of it. Engage a little more. I think I stopped talking much but I can't tell. I'm glad to see I'm not the only one who's been talking less. I've always been incredibly ADHD, animated and loud, but just today my boyfriend noted that I've been talking a lot less in general and that I don't seem to have any energy anymore. Didn't even realize it real, he pointed it out. I think people start to realize how useless and meaningless everything is. Now that you're not distracted by being in an office. I'm struggling to get out of bed. Not really sad, not angry, not frustrated. A calm mixture of all that is making me hate the day. I'm a medical worker, by the way. This year has been hell and I feel like I've aged 10 years and I'm only 22. I'm scared of going to nursing school. I'm scared of working at my job. BC, we have COVID positive people. I'm not allowed to see my mom or my niece. I'm having a hard time and I don't want to get out of bed. I'm very sorry to hear that. Hope your situation improves with upcoming time and you get to see your family soon. You are doing a really great and noble job. Taking care of people in this situation must be really tough and tiring at points, but it's because of people like you we are in slightly better position. All you work and sweat is worth everything. Thank you so much for doing your job, which is so risky in these times. I hope you get enough rest and time for yourself. Take care and be strong. I've been off work for over a year. I'm 43. My wife has an awesome job we can live off of and unemployment has helped me the last year. But yeah, I feel like a total loser in life and I'm trying to help around the house. But there's only so much of that I can take. I just finished paying child support cause my daughter turned 18. I honestly should be happy. And at peace. I'm living a dream in a way. But all I do is feel bad for people who don't have it as good right now, and all I have is anxiety about where I am headed in life. It's truly a confusing time, but I'm just trying to stay a good guy, I guess. There's an uneasiness about contentment, isn't there? You look around and try to appreciate things, not knowing if you'll have them forever, and think that you should be doing something to preserve the good times while you have them. Only, what? Things are good now, so there's no motivation other than unsubstantiated fear. And you don't want to disrupt what you have by taking unnecessary steps. So what then? Just count your lucky stars every so often and spare a thought for the worse off. There's nothing else to do. Yikes. Mixed episode. Super high energy, but suicidal. Not a good time. Can't believe there are people out there who wish they had a mental illness. Same. Also can't believe there are people out there who don't have mental illness and don't have to live this way. Imagine how different life would be. You have no idea how much I think about it. I always had really good grades and I am really good at math and science. My dream was to be a chemical engineer. Now I can't handle any sort of stress and even working a part-time job is extremely difficult. My dream now is to just be comfortable. That's even out of reach because I am considered functioning WTF. And don't qualify for disability and I can't do college because I'll end up in the mental hospital. Sorry, I needed to vent a bit.